You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Survivor After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Survivor After Show.
I love that music.
That's what we're hearing.
Yeah. Hey guys, this is the Survivor After Show. I'm your host, Justin Walter, joined by the one and only. He hasn't been here for 2 weeks.
I'm a busy person, and I'm back from Redemption Island. Damn it.
Back from Redemption Island.
Jerry is at Redemption Island.
Jerry is at Redemption Island. And Ryan Allen Carrillo is back with us tonight.
Hallelujah.
So excited to have you back. And unfortunately, Jerry is sick tonight.
Yes.
And
how long is this intro? Phil Svitek is in the engineering our show.
Oh, we can't even hear it. I love it. We talked about this last week.
God.
This music is inspirational.
You guys are all crazy. I love me some Survivor.
Thank you, Phil.
Everyone is losing their mind here today.
It was a crazy episode of Survivor tonight, and I'm really sad that Jerry is not here tonight because tonight would have been perfect to have Jerry Manthe in studio because she would have gone nuts. We are going to go nuts.
We actually stopped the episode, and I called her on speakerphone.
Yes.
She has a migraine or some whatever. She's drunk.
No, she's not drunk.
And she didn't answer the phone, and we said, Jerry, oh my God, what the F?
First off, Ryan said, your voicemail sounds too nice. Is that actually you?
Before, yeah, because her voicemail, hi, this is Jerry Manthe.
She sounds like
all bubbly, like a
lovely
blonde,
lady.
lovely girl. No one,
Which
clearly,
she is.
Clearly, she recorded that in the 70s.
Oh,
also, one more thing
stop.
before we start. Go ahead and keep your tweets coming about Justin Walter's hairdo.
What the hell?
Because people are getting crazy on Twitter saying that he needs a haircut, and he does. I said, let's get the machete and chop off his hair, because, yep, lovely locks going on.
My hair is pretty long right now, but, I mean, you post that picture of us right before we watch Survivor.
Listen, you
and
did
the
it.
fan on Twitter, literally fan, his icon as a fan, went crazy about my hair.
Yeah, reality TV fan, pun intended.
Oh,
but Justin, you're not on the Survivor Island. You actually can cut your hair and take a shower. You haven't showered. You haven't eaten. Like, you're not really on Survivor.
I try. I pretend.
This is a podcast.
But I do have to say, today I did try and go schedule a haircut, and I actually brought a buff tonight because I called Ryan before and I said, can we wear buffs?
And I said,
my hair
no,
looks
I'm not that
crazy."
embarrassing, and I have cute hair, and I'm giving it to you today.
So you're not off the mark. I did bring my buff to wear tonight, but, you know, because you said that, I'm going with my hair tonight.
Let's get started. We
gotta
got
get
so much
started.
going on.
Right away, we get back from Tribal Council, and it's Trish versus Lindsey. Trish and Lindsey go off on each other, and basically Lindsey said, you're a bully. I can't handle you. I need my space.
It didn't even seem like that big of a deal because, like, when we are watching the show, we're taking notes. We're sort of structuring our show because it's live, and so we're sort of doing that in the beginning. And we were like, "Wait, what's happening?"
It wasn't that.
It didn't seem that crazy.
It looked like someone got upset after Tribal Council because their #1 ally went home.
Right.
Oh, this has never happened in Survivor before, where you get blindsided and your top ally goes home. What do I do? Boo-hoo.
Right. What do? You don't do that. You
Oh
start
my
thinking of what your
gosh.
next plan is going to be.
I mean, Trish was a little cocky, but you got to give him credit. They blindsided Cliff. They did a great job last week. Tony and Trish coming up with that plan and getting in LJ and Jeffra. Hats off to them. I don't really think she was really bullying her. We don't know what actually. There was probably more that went
just
down.
Throwing that term bullying around. You know what I mean? Let's just everybody.
Reminded me of Christina Cha. Hi, Christina Cha.
Hi. You know, we never bullied Christina.
No, we loved her here.
It's a game.
It was two people going after each other. They didn't like each other, and then they took digs at each other.
Every time you get into a fight with an adult is the key word. Like, you can't scream bullying. Like, you're on an island playing a game where this sort of thing happens.
And I don't think the issue was necessarily bullying. So the issue was we then cut to Lindsey alone on the beach, cold and just by herself, and in walks Jeff Probst.
We were literally like,
we saw this in the promo last week, but still,
I don't know why I didn't see it. So it took me by surprise. It blindsided me.
I mean,
what was going? I didn't even know.
I hate when people quit Survivor. I think there's a whole community out there. If you're a real big Survivor fan, you freaking hate when people quit Survivor.
Everybody does, but this was also the worst.
This was the worst quit in Survivor history I have ever seen. I said this topped Purple Kelly and Nyanka.
Yes.
It topped Austin.
Yes.
It topped any quitter. Colton, this is, I think, the worst quit I have ever seen in Survivor, and it pisses me off.
I'm furious.
I'm furious.
It was too. I don't even have words for it because
She
just,
quit.
It doesn't even make sense.
Because her ally freaking got sent home blindsided.
And what did she say? She said specifically to Jeff that she doesn't want her daughter to watch and see her do something that she regrets, that something she might say on her way out. What the hell she's gonna say? How about you just don't say that and act like a normal person?
It's so frustrating, and I think it's also frustrating, like you said, she basically just needed to take herself away and calm down, which it looked like she was trying to do.
Walk. Right.
You did that. Spend the night, sleep on it a little.
Right.
What really are you going to say or do? I mean, maybe she has anger issues or problems where she gets physical in the past. I'm not going to judge her on
what
that.
a normal person does. Go on a run.
Take a breath.
Go take a nude swim. Go cut your hair.
She could get a haircut.
Right. Take a machete and chop off those.
It's really disappointing that Lindsey quit. And
it came out of nowhere.
It came out of nowhere. And what I was actually shocked is Jeff did not try and convince her to stay.
No.
Because sometimes in the past, Jeff kind of says, well, do you want to give it some time? You know, when people are sick or whatever
Jeff
it is.
is an executive producer of the show now.
He wanted her
us
gone.
to be screaming and everybody else to be like,
it seems like production didn't care that she quit. Whereas in the past, remember when Janu, I don't know if you remember in Palau, when it was Janu was trying to quit and Jeff like went at her and at her and at her and at her and at her. And he didn't go at Lindsey. It was the weakest quit I've ever seen. And Jeff didn't get into her. Like, he didn't get into her, which I'm shocked.
I don't know. I almost felt like Jeff, he sort of took what she said and, like, sort of related to it. Once she said the kid thing, his face sort of changed. It was like, oh, okay, I understand.
You think the kid thing's changed Jeff with his marriage
sort of
and everything.
did, right. I don't know. I kind of felt that.
I don't know.
We'll have to ask him when he's here next week.
Yeah, Jeff Probst is going to come in here next week.
Newsflash.
I would die.
Yep.
But it's just really disappointing. I mean, we could keep going on and on forever about Lindsey quitting. I think, you know, Twitter's blowing up. Everybody's pissed off that here there are so many fans that try and get on the show. This girl doesn't even fight. And, you know, going ahead into, you know, fast forwarding to the end moments, we're going to jump ahead of just a little bit on Alexis crying. That she got voted off because she's a huge fan. She's ashamed of herself for not making it to the merge.
You were in there crying too.
Alexis, I feel for you. I thought you were good. You were trying. You're a gamer and you're a fan. And it's just, you know, the guy who made fun of my hair said it's the huge juxtaposition.
Well, again, people have to quit on the show because that's what Survivor is. This is not easy, and there's gonna be a human element where people quit. That's just how we are. There's people who quit. There's people who don't. There's people who, no matter what, will just stay out there. And this is a perfect. Of course, people are gonna quit.
And Jeff said this is the first time we've seen someone in Survivor history quit because of someone else, like that they didn't think they could get along with and that they, you know, is it she just saw the writing on the wall? She thought she had no chance anymore. She hates Trish. Let's just get out of here.
Had she, I mean, hello, you must know a merge is coming, as we saw in the preview, a little bit sooner than we all even thought. You couldn't last a couple more days?
And she said, you know, Jeff said, what's your biggest disappointment? She said, my biggest disappointment is going to be I'm going to regret walking off when I walk off the beach to quit. Then why are you quitting?
Right.
Take a breath, sleep on the beach alone, and give it more time.
And it's just, you also just have to think too, I mean, maybe you don't think about this, but you are going to be going to the Survivor finale. You're going to be sitting with your family and all these sort of people. It's such a big deal. It's like, you know, primetime. The finale actually is on Wednesday this year instead of Sunday.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's a whole other weird thing going on.
That's so weird. I read that.
It's completely messing up my party plan. Because my party's going to be on a Tuesday, but whatever. But do you know what I mean?
It is,
I would think about that too. I cannot mess this up because I'm going to be sitting on this stage. I'm going to get called out on live television. Like,
and what lesson are you sending to your daughter that you quit because you can't get along with someone? What about a lesson of, you know, conflict resolution of, yes, you can't get along with Trish. Why don't you confront her in a way that's an adult way? Or why don't you step back and not confront her and take the higher approach? There's other ways to teach your daughter a lesson than bailing.
There's a million things that she could have done. For example, I hate Jerry Manthey.
Stop!
And I only come in here when she's not here. I have adapted my schedule to only come in when she's not here. I'm not quitting AfterBuzz. I was here first. So
this is a lie. They love each other.
So this is what I do. So why should you do the same thing?
Just adjust your schedule.
Adjust
Trish
your schedule.
Goes to get tree meal. That's when you can come out of the trees.
You hang out. You go sleep in the trees. Jesus Christ.
All right, Lindsay.
She's got way too much airtime. We're already 9 minutes into this.
You signed up for reality television.
No, we don't have a time. Oh, we are 9 minutes.
You're signing up for reality television. You got to prepare. You're going to get a lot of hate over this. A lot of hate. Survivor fans are not going to be happy about that.
No one's going to remember her next week.
No, I mean, just really.
What's her name again?
I don't know.
All right, perfect.
All right,
moving on.
So moving on. Before we do that, we got to just talk a little bit about Maria Menounos. She runs AfterBuzz Television with Kevin, and they have an awesome reality show that's on Oxygen. So let's hear a little bit about Chasing Maria.
Tuesdays on Oxygen.
I'm Maria Menounos, and my life can get a little crazy. I host Extra. I'm an actor, producer, dancer, wrestler, and a lot of other things. I live with Kevin, my boyfriend of 15 years. Do you really love me?
I would say that I'm in serious like.
And my parents. Yep. I just said I live with my parents.
You drive me crazy.
You drive me crazy. My parents want us to get married.
You both love each other. Get married.
Kevin and I don't. I am going to get married when I want to get married. I think I want kids. Kevin definitely doesn't want them now.
This is being pushed on to us.
And of course, my parents wanted them yesterday.
This year you gotta have it.
And I have a house full of people counting on me financially. If I take my eye off the ball, everything can fall apart.
It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks or wants us to do. It's what we want to do.
Everyone thinks that they know what's best for me, but I'm really the only one. I have got to figure things out.
Chasing Maria Menounos is so new. Every Tuesday at 10, 9 Central, starting March 18, only on Oxygen.
All right, Maria Menounos. Let me just say this. In addition to doing this show, Justin and I are considered experts in reality television.
Oh, yes.
You do the Lance Bass show. I also do Bite Size TV, where we talk about everything. So clearly we're fans of reality TV, but her show is really, really good. Did you see the first couple episodes?
Yeah.
I cried on the first episode.
Which part made you cry?
I cried with her dad. He's so sweet. When he's talking about family, I got all teary-eyed. I was watching with, Rachel Riley, Big Brother. So yes, you have to see the show. It's good.
It's good. She's so cute, and it's what's really fun coming and seeing like AfterBuzz as a part of it,
right?
And seeing Kevin is.
Why were we not on the show?
I mean, clearly they better put us.
Phil, what the hell? Why are we never included in anything? We are the reality kids.
We're the number one show at AfterBuzz.
Exactly. We're always gonna say that.
Thank you. But no, definitely check it out.
What?
You came to the pool party.
We need set script times of us being on the show, talking about Survivor. We're the crazy people. You know what I mean? Like, we are treated like trash.
Well, moving on, I guess.
Unless we're hosting Scandal. Who watches that hideous show?
Oh, God. I love it. Ryan is back.
All right.
So,
Necessary roughness.
Oh.
Lindsay, just one last thing about Lindsay, one last thing about Lindsay is her tribe clearly didn't like her. LJ called her a zit, and the zit was getting ready to
still talking about her?
Just wait. And Tony said 2 for the price of 1. You cut the head off and the body goes with it. So we're done with Lindsay. Moving on to the reward challenge. It's
we're
a challenge.
quoting Tony now. That's how low we've gotten on
No,
this show.
Tony, he has his ups and he definitely has his downs.
Let's get into that.
All right, so we get to the reward challenge, and it's the challenge that we've seen before where it's head-to-head, where
Super
you're
lame.
holding the idol, and you got to be the first one to knock the other person's idol off. I agree. This challenge is boring. This is one that I don't want to see recycled.
The first time I saw it was good, but now it's just you just know what to do.
Oh, you just throw it in the air and then run and tackle the person.
Right.
And still people didn't do that.
Right.
So, it ended up the Purple Tribes. What is it? Solana, yeah. Solana. Purple Kelly, the Purple Tribe with the quitter. Oh, purple.
Yes.
I'm going to do a little investigation on the color Purple Tribe.
Exactly.
Makes someone, well, she had purple hair. That's why she's Purple Kelly. All right. Purple, it means you quit. So they won 4-2. And it was kind of boring. I mean, the matchups were whatever.
Yeah.
And so the reward was you get to go send 2 people from your tribe to raid the other tribe's camp, and then you also get a hidden immunity idol clue. So, Solana,
immunity.
What did I say?
You're mumbling.
Oh, immunity.
Are you exhausted?
It's been a
long day.
Immunity. So the Solana tribe sent Wu and Tony over to the other tribe, and they chose to take some comfort items and some salts and oils and
spices,
blah blah. So what was interesting was I really give Tony some credit on this piece of strategy.
We both did, yes.
This is a high for Tony. We'll get to his lows later. So Tony and Wu got a hidden immunity idol clue to their beach, but what they decided to do, Tony decided to do, which was I think a genius idea, was pretend that it was a clue to their the other tribes.
It was a great idea.
And then what they had to do, instructed to do, was pick one person to give the clue to and then take it back. So what Tony decided, I'm not even going to say woo, woo just went along for the ride. Tony decided was, let's target Jeremiah because he is the strongest male on their team. If we can any way put a target on his back by using a fake clue to the hidden idol that's actually our idol clue, let's go for it.
It was a great plan.
So they went over to the tribe, they gathered them all and said, we get to take some items, but we also have a hidden immunity idol clue. I can't say immunity tonight.
He's such a good liar.
Really good liar.
They should reinvestigate every person he's arrested to make sure. Because if I got pulled over for like some shenanigans, I'd be like, Exhibit A.
And what's really good about it is they then said, okay, we're going to give Jeremiah, come with us. We're going to give you the clue. They actually gave him the clue to read with him and everything. And Jeremiah said, okay, thank you. They went back. And then before leaving, Tony said, we need to get that clue so he doesn't have it in his hand, so he can't show them because maybe they'll realize it's actually our clue.
They'll figure it out.
Tony went back and got it. This caused up so much drama on their tribe that I thought it was fantastic. And Tony, thumbs up, high five, whatever you want to do, golden star, like Kid Nation.
Well, they have all the brains on their tribe, and they all fell for it.
They all fell for it. And Alexis is all about Jeremiah. We can't trust him. Goes over to Spencer.
They kind of had that vibe going for a while against Jeremiah for whatever reason. Was Jeremiah? I don't know what it is about him, but they do not trust him.
I think what it stemmed to is when you're in a tribe of 6 and you give your loyalty to 4. And then you waver on it. When they were in their original tribe of 6, the Beauty, he wavered on it. Morgan and Bryce thought that Jeremiah was with them. And then when that came out, then Jeffra, Alexis, and LJ questioned Jeremiah's loyalty because he was set on a set alliance. Why are you telling the other 2 that you're with them?
I just think because he's country.
Yeah.
Which means he's nice.
He's playing the game.
He talks to everybody, but like that makes you appear not to be trustworthy.
And it's harder to maneuver when there's only 6 people on your original tribe.
I understand too. Pretty people always get brought up on charges. So like
Ryan is used to that.
I have a crush.
Ryan is very happy Jeremiah
He retweeted me tonight. Hi, Jeremiah.
Whoa.
We're getting married.
So, there's that moment where Alexis then pulls Spencer aside and at the well and just is like, we got to get rid of Jeremiah. They obviously have a deal with Jeremiah that when we merge, that Jeremiah is going to go. And Spencer is just the entire time, even last week, Spencer is weary of Alexis.
She came in too hot. She needed to just calm it down. Like you can give the power of suggestion, but once you sort of try to take it over that much, it just becomes like he even thought that she was not authentic and that she was reading off the script and pulling off the points, which I don't know. That's another problem that Alexis definitely had, is she wasn't connecting with people like on a real level.
I think her biggest problem is that she was so tight with LJ and Jeffra, and I think that when the tribe saw that LJ and Jeffra stayed in and Cliff and Lindsey left, then that just showed, oh my gosh, LJ and Jeffra have power over there. Alexis is so tight with them. She is the wild card. And you have Morgan, who has no alliances. She's spilling the tea on Alexis. Then you have Jeremiah saying, those 3 are tight. Those 3 are tight. Those 3 are tight. Jeffra is her best friend out here, her #1 girl. She and LJ were very flirty and had this bond together. So I think she had the card stacked against her from the beginning. That's why she did go so hard, because she had to try and prove to them, I will not go with them, which she probably would. Of
course she would.
So, tough thing. The biggest thing now, Tony, we applaud you for your move and creative ideas, but why did you reveal to your tribe that you're a police officer? He
just
starts
can't help himself.
Coming clean with so much stuff that it's like, shut your mouth.
And Trish is transgendered. I mean, there was a full, I don't know what the hell was going on. For a minute, I like paused. Is she?
No, we were like, wait a minute, is this true? No. If she
I'm
were,
a man.
If she were, there would have been a lot of press releases about the first transgendered person on Survivor.
That was really funny.
It did make us stop. Like, what?
Yeah, we were like taking, wait, what did she say? I'm a man.
Yeah, I wonder if she'll get flack for that comment.
No, it was not offensive.
But so Tony, the only person that knew about Tony being a cop is Sarah on the other tribe, the only Braun on the other tribe. And then he just spills the tea to everybody. I'm a cop. Do you think there was any... He's just trying to come clean with all his lies to solidify a final 5.
Well, he did say one point that was interesting. He said that he felt a bond with this tribe already that he didn't feel at all with the other tribes. So for some reason, he's feeling super kumbaya comfortable with this group.
And that he's the leader.
He's like, he's having a full cop power trip is what's going on right now.
And it's a little dangerous that he's doing that, because when you tell someone on the other tribe about your lies, they're gonna have that ammo.
Right.
Pun intended.
Listen, it makes great television, but it's not good gameplay.
No, not good gameplay. And I love LJ's sitting in the water, and he says, to solidify he is trustworthy, Tony lied. I love that. That was such a great kind of quote from LJ. And, you know, I think that Tony is, you know, all kumbaya with that 5, and it's going to be interesting.
It only gets worse.
It's not going to, you know, it's not going to stay that way.
Right. Half of my tweets tonight are people saying they cannot wait for him to get blindsided. Besides your haircut.
With the idol.
They want him to go home. Like, people just cannot.
It's because he's obnoxious.
Right.
He's so over the top. There's moments where I'm like, yeah, Tony, you're awesome at the game. I love you. And then there's moments where like, you're a big idiot.
Yeah.
Like, you are such an idiot. Then another moment with Jeremiah is there's a conversation with Jeremiah and Alexis and Spencer. And I don't know, was Morgan there? I think Morgan was there.
Was she?
When, you know, they're talking about the clue, and Jeremiah figured it out. Jeremiah point blank said,
I was set up.
I was set up. They showed me the clue that we've already seen in our beach. It's the same clue.
He should have came out and said that to his entire tribe.
He should have kept the clue. He should have said, show me in your other clue.
That's him being too nice. He should have just kept it.
Country. He should have said, show me in your other clue where it says you have to take this back.
Right.
You know? And he basically figured it out, and then you have Spencer and Alexis and all of them. He's full of it. He's full of it.
They don't
he
believe
has
him.
the clue.
Even you and I were like, oh, Spencer's gonna figure this out.
Yeah,
too.
I was like, Spencer, come on, use your brain.
Yeah, he said it looked like a brand new clue, and
I think Spencer, the entire time, even last episode and when they kind of merged, he has like a bromance going on with Jeremiah.
Yeah,
he's only boy left. He's like, they're both kind of good guys, and you know, Spencer was always weary of anybody talking negative about Jeremiah.
Right,
and he was always protective of Jeremiah.
He's very protective over him.
And I think it's kind of like maybe like a little bromance thing going on.
Well, they for sure probably had a lot of conversations that hasn't aired yet. There's some. They
seem like they're just like friends, like connecting and kind of, you know, just kind of a good camaraderie. And it's genuine, whereas with Spencer and Alexis, it wasn't genuine. It was more of she's playing hard, she's trying to save her butt, and that sort of thing. Yeah. So immunity challenge. This was a great immunity challenge. It was good. It made up for the reward challenge.
Yes.
It's definitely parts of challenges we've seen in the past.
But we had questions about it.
But it was a massive challenge, and I loved it.
It was good.
So you want to describe it? Let's see how well you were paying attention.
Well, I was tweeting about his haircut. No, the first thing to do, they had to grab those stairs sort of and put them in the thing, and the ground was super wet, and apparently had just rained, full of water, and people were slipping, getting crazy, falling in the mud. They had trouble putting those poles in for some reason, which I guess I was wondering if they had to be in exact perfect order because they seemed like they were having some trouble. But they were very neck and neck the whole time. Then they ran through this giant, almost looked like a Survivor version of like those kid things they have at like.
Did you ever go to Leaps and Bounds as a kid?
I don't even know what that means.
Discovery Zone?
I went to
That's
Discovery
because
Zone.
You're too old.
No, that's because I was raised in a cult and all I did was read the Bible as a kid.
Well,
I didn't get to do nothing.
If you're my age.
I'm older than you.
That's what I'm saying. You're too
old.
Are you? You're too old.
How old are you?
I'm in my late 20s.
You're such a liar.
I am.
Yeah, and you're 6 feet tall.
I am. But Leaps and Bounds in Discovery Zone, for all of you out there that know what I'm talking about, it's the best place to go to like a birthday party or as a kid. Yeah. It's those like tunnels and pits and it's a maze.
Yeah, it's like Chuck E. Cheese.
Find people.
Like they run around like
times
crazy.
10.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to go now.
I know. I kind of want to go too.
That was basically all made out of bamboo and stuff. We were wondering why you couldn't just keep going through, but there must have been rules where they had to sort of follow a path.
And that's the thing. If it's a maze, there shouldn't be a path given to you, but it seemed pretty easy.
Well, a maze you kind of have a path, but you can go the wrong way. But it was pretty cool.
I love like big mazes.
Literally, they had to slide down the bumpy slide, but they were pretty much neck and neck.
Have you ever gone into a maze? This is a little tangent, by the way. Like a real maze.
A real maze?
I was at a fair in Minnesota, and my friends who all watch Survivor, we went to a maze, and we made it an immunity challenge.
You're so embarrassing.
And I won.
You're so embarrassing.
I swear to God, Mari, Mike, Stacy, all of them know.
Giving you a shout out.
Yeah, Pat, Matt.
That sounds amazing.
Sorry.
It's right, people.
The county fair, you can turn it into Survivor immunity challenges. Go to the maze. All right.
Oh my
so
gosh.
after the maze, they slid down the bamboo chute, and then what happened?
Yes. And then they had to take the key and wrap it around until they could get it out, and they were pretty much neck and neck. But then Tony sort of was lagging
Fumbling
behind. And then you thought it was going to be done right then.
I was like, oh, this is over.
They had to unlock
Clearly.
and get out the machete and chop the wood until all the puzzle pieces came out. Then they had to spell out the numbers to the combination, which would release the flag and announce the winner.
Immunity.
Yes. And yeah.
That was actually first the former Brains tribe. They were in the lead. They got the first number, and Tony looked at that number right away and said, "Go for the what was it? I can't remember.
41.
41. Go for 41." And then it looked like it was going to be 29.
Right.
Sarah was set on it being 29, but then they figured out we have to flip it. It's actually 67. 67.
Like that, yeah. 69.
69.
Yes.
It maybe was, but then CBS Network said no 69.
Yeah, maybe too.
Then we got to 80 something or whatever. But Sarah was in charge over there, and she fumbled a little bit. It wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault. It was whatever. And Solana won immunity, which was good. I'm glad. I wanted to see the other tribe go to tribal and see what was going to happen.
Exactly.
And hats off to them. So it was crazy though. I
mean, we clearly knew they were going anyways because there was so much backstory on Jeremiah and Alexis.
Yeah,
for sure.
And and even at the reward challenge when they had to sit 2 people out, I was like, wait, they have to sit 2 people out? Oh, yeah, because they just lost 2 people
already.
Jeez. Yeah. So then it basically became Jeremiah versus Alexis after the immunity challenge, and we didn't see. What's interesting is we haven't seen. We know the Brains are basically in charge of the tribe. It's clear. The 3 Brains are a tight group.
And they know it.
They know it. They're in charge. But we haven't really seen them make deals with anybody.
At all.
We haven't seen, what have they said to Morgan? Like, what is going on with Morgan?
Right.
We haven't really seen what they've talked to Jeremiah about. The only thing we've ever really seen is individuals approaching Spencer.
Right.
Like we haven't really seen much strategizing going on besides.
You know what's going on. They just don't have time to air all of it.
Yeah, I know. And I'd be interested to see what is Morgan saying, and who's, did the Brains really realize like, okay, Morgan is a free agent. Let's 100% keep her, which they clearly have.
This is why they need live feeds on the island.
Well, that show's coming out.
Which one?
A new show on Fox called Utopia.
Oh, really?
Survivor meets Big Brother. Yeah. Talk about that. That's a whole nother show.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it's a year long.
What?
Yeah. So if Survivor fans out there, Big Brother fans out there,
long.
There's a new reality show coming out called Utopia on Fox, and it's done in other countries, and it's a year long, and it's basically Kid Nation for adults.
How do you leave your life for a year?
That's crazy.
God.
A couple of people have been asking me like, "Oh, you should try out." I was like, "A year?" That's crazy.
Really
but it's basically people forming a society from nothing. It's Kid Nation for adults. 24-hour feeds, a year.
That sounds amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You should host the after show for that.
Hell no.
Could you imagine for a year?
Big Brother's hard enough. God, 3 a week.
So Alexis goes right after it. Jeremiah, let's get Jeremiah out. And people are turned off from it.
Yeah.
They're in the water, everybody minus Jeremiah and, the girls and Spencer. And everybody says, yeah, we'll tell Alexis that we'll go for Jeremiah. But, who knows if we'll actually do that.
Right.
And then it's clearly Jeremiah versus Alexis, which it's kind of crazy. It's not crazy, but, they were friendly and they were in an alliance. And she is, I think, trying to prove that she would go against her tribe, her original tribe. I think that was really a big part of it.
Right. It was clear to me Alexis was the one that was going home. It wasn't ever like at the edge of my seat who's going.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Cass made a comment of, that they finally have found their zombies or whatever.
Yeah, she's like, we're clearly in charge of this tribe.
We're clearly in charge of this tribe, and we found our zombies, and, it was... What can you do? I mean, I really think the hook, line, and sinker, the problem for Alexis wasn't that she wasn't a good player.
Right.
Or wasn't that she wasn't, good at the game. I think it really came down to the fact of the cards were dealt with the swap. Right. Her main 2 alliances stayed alive. And I really think if LJ would have been voted off, then she wouldn't have been much of a threat, or as much of a threat. Because with LJ and Jeff are there, it's the worry of Alexis will go to them when they merge. Because think about it. You have Wu, you have Tony, you have Trish, and possibly Sarah linking up with them.
Right.
And then if Alexis is still in the game, that gives more numbers. Then we're going to be out of the numbers. So it's really a numbers game and that sort of thing.
It's all numbers game. Like there's really nothing she could have done, even if she wasn't like super aggressive and trying to get someone out and turn other people off, or that she was too much of a gamer. That wasn't the issue at all. It's exactly what you said.
And I think the biggest thing that we haven't talked about that is a huge thing is,
let's hear it.
After the immunity challenge, when Solana won, the 5 of them hugged, and Tony started screaming, "Final five, final five, top 5, top 5." This is like boom, like earthquake in Survivor.
Everyone
world.
stopped.
I honestly, nobody said this, but I think it could be a move of genius to keep Sarah safe. I really think that Tony maybe this is a theory.
You're giving him way too much credit.
This is a conspiracy theory.
This is way too much credit.
I don't know if it's going to be true, but if he's a genius manipulator, saying that would piss off everybody thinking that Sarah's not with them.
I agree with you.
And
but
if they
no
think
way.
Sarah's not with them, they'll keep her alive. So then if there is a merge, Tony's going to go to Sarah next week and say, "I said that to keep you safe."
I agree. It's a great theory.
I hope it happens.
I agree. It's a great theory, but he's done so many bonehead moves too that I just can't imagine.
I think about it. Next week we see a preview of Sarah being in the middle. It would be smart of Tony to go to her and say, "Sarah, look at it. We have 3 of us over here. They think you'll come over here. Me saying that saved you."
I just feel like they would have said that. I mean, he may pull that out of his ass.
That may be pulled out of his ass next week
because he just, is a liar.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was screaming "Final 5" because, do you know what I mean? I just think he's just crazy.
It was if it's not strategic, if he doesn't pretend it's strategic or come out that it's strategic, that was the dumbest move
ever.
You don't do that. You never blatantly, do that. This brings me to this article my friend posted on my Facebook page.
Here we go.
Did you see the article about the top 10 Survivor moves of...
Are we friends on Facebook?
Did you defriend me?
Go ahead.
The top 5 moves of Survivor in Survivor history. I mean, the top 10. Top 10.
The top 10 best moves or
best
worst?
moves ever.
Okay, what?
So this reminds me of number 3 from the season of my buff. I'm giving you a quiz. Marquesas. Did you watch Marquesas?
No, I did not.
You did not watch Marquesas?
I wasn't born then.
All right. Marquesas Vesepia won that season. And in that season, it is season 4 of Survivor. It was one of the first biggest moves.
You're a crazy fan. Season 4.
Season 4. It is when there was a challenge where there was an alliance of 6 and there were other people, and these 4 people within the alliance got so cocky, they just knocked everybody out one by one by one and revealed their alliance. And what happened was Pascal and Nalia, who were in that 6 alliance, they realized they were on the bottom of the 6 and they flipped and they changed the game, which had never happened in those earlier seasons of Survivor. I mean, everybody always stayed, but it was a huge flip. The number 3 biggest move in Survivor to this article, which I agreed. I thought it was a great move.
What was the source of this?
It was just an article of a fan in Vulture. Number 1 move, I 100% agreed with.
Which was what?
What do you think, in your opinion, is the number 1 biggest move in Survivor history? I 100% agree with. I'll give you a hint. Jerry Manthe was a part of it.
The double idol play?
Yes.
Yes. Poverty.
Best move ever.
Yeah, it was amazing.
That was amazing. So sorry to go on a tangent, but going to Tony, if it's not a strategic move, it was the dumbest thing he could do, shouting and celebrating Final 5. You idiot.
Yeah, it's just too much.
You moron. But if it is strategic to save Sarah...
And you think you're putting your money that you think it was strategic.
I don't... I'm going to throw it out there. Next week, he's going to say it's strategic to try and get Sarah to come back with them and say, Sarah.
I will agree with you on that, but I definitely was not.
Where's my gavel? I rest my case.
Judge Judy. Judge Joe Brown is in jail, by the way.
What?
Yeah, I'll tell you that later.
Oh, wow.
We are all over the place today.
It's just, you don't rub a top 5 in people's faces.
No.
And what it did for, Sarah was, we see a confessional of Sarah and even a tribal council. She's like, when I heard Tony say that, I counted 5 over there. And, that's not the 5. I'm not in that. Right. And, if you're LJ and Jeffrey, you're not going to stay with that 5. You're not a 2 you're not 2 people in an alliance of 5 when there's 3 other people. But, who knows if Wu would be the pawn or whatever it is, but there's no way I will bet $1,000 that is not the final 5.
Well, yeah, come on now. What do you think about them merging so soon?
Yeah, so next week we see the promo that they're merging next week. Is it a real merge, or is it one of those merges where the tribes live? It's got to be the merge, right? It's so soon, no?
It is, but it's just
actually it's not. It's 11.
It's also perfect timing.
No, I think the merge is great timing.
It is.
I think there are so many elements of the tribal fractures right now that this can go
really
in so many ways, and I think this is an example of a season where 3 tribes of 6 shows that the numbers will be crazy throughout the whole season,
right?
Because with the tribe of 6 in the start, someone is always going to be at the bottom.
Look how many times it's already flipped and blindsided since, what is this, episode 5?
I think we're going to see a lot of flips because there are a lot of free agents. I think the brains are going to sail a little bit, but then people are going to look and say, wait a minute, we got to break up the brains.
Yeah, they're the only group that's super solid. In my opinion.
Solid, and so, I think you're gonna see Morgan will never go back with the beauties. That's that
ain't happening.
They're gonna try and work Jeremiah, but he'll probably want to say I'm staying loyal to these people, the brains. Right. But it's really next week. It looks like Sarah's gonna be the vote. Where do you think Sarah should go back to Braun or stay with the new people? I know what I think.
I don't think she's gonna go anywhere near Tony.
I think she goes back with the Braun.
You think so?
I think she should. I don't know.
We'll see.
Why would you? Well, I mean, or you just stick with your tribe a little bit, and then you, if she aligned with Jeremiah and Morgan down the line, and like kind of got the outline and Woo, if she brought in Woo, and but it's gonna be crazy. There's so many ways it can go, and I really like that. I think it's gonna be a fun merge and a fun, rest of the season.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
there you go.
It was a good episode. I mean, a terrible episode in the fact that someone quit, and it was the worst quit ever and the most pathetic quit we've ever seen.
That's what makes these episodes great.
But then, like you said, the person who's making fun of me on Twitter, they did tweet, and I liked it. The juxtaposition.
Come on, TV host.
I did go to Boston College.
Yes. And you're a television host. You speak for a living.
I studied political science and philosophy.
How boring.
You think I could say these words? Between the two of them, Lindsey and Alexis, it just shows the range of types of players that go out there. And it's the players like Alexis, the fans that love playing the game, the Tashas and the Spencers, that those are the ones that make the game great. The fans that get to play the game, live their dream, and do that, compared to people who I would put money on it that Lindsey was found on the street.
Right.
Never seen an episode of Survivor.
Did a crash
She's not
course
passionate about it.
Exactly.
When she was at finals or whatever, she watched
because that would passionate crazy fans not going to quit
over losing an ally and someone saying that cut your hair or whatever she said.
It's just so dumb.
So that was
we'll
that. It's gonna be great. So
episode 5.
Next week, the big question is: will Ryan or Jerry come out from Redemption Island? Who knows?
I have my bet.
If you've watched Lost, are you a Lost fan, Ryan?
I'm obsessed.
All right, then I'm gonna tell you that I am the constant of this AfterBuzz show.
What does that even mean?
You're obsessed with Lost.
Constant.
Do you not watch Lost?
Of course, but I'm trying to...
Do you remember
the person
when the time travel went on? You need your constant.
Oh, okay, wait. I do, sort of. I don't know. It's been a while.
Or am I talking about Inception? No.
I don't know what you're talking about.
They're both, but... So this has been our episode, Ryan. Where can people find you?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at Ryan A. Carrillo and Instagram. And your Snapchats are so inappropriate. I live for them.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, people keep asking. I can't even
don't even talk.
And then,
all right.
Wait, and I'm also on Bite Size TV Thursdays, normally at 3 p.m. with Rachel Riley, but tomorrow we're actually at 1 because I'm going to be on your show.
No, it's not my show. It's
the
Dirty Pop
show.
with Lance Bass.
Right, you're the reality.
I'm the reality TV guy.
And I'm on the show.
And me, you, Rachel, Brendan, Lance. It's going to be crazy tomorrow.
Let's talk about how confusing it's going to be because I'm going on Lance's show. To talk about my reality show while my reality show is there filming the show. So it's like a show and the show and the show about a show in a show.
And you have some upcoming exciting things about Bite Size that I might sneak in.
We got some great things.
I'm excited for it. Yeah. So always a pleasure. And where can
I find you?
Thank you. I was waiting
He'll be taking
for you to ask.
Speech therapy.
I've been waiting. It's been a tongue twister tonight. Justin F. Walter on Twitter. Justin Walter host on Facebook, and that's about it.
What about Phil? We got to find Phil somewhere. Where the hell are you?
On ChasingMaria.com.
Phil, you're slacking back there. You're
Tuesday nights on Oxygen, Chasing Marinos, 10 p.m.
Find Phil.
Send Phil nude pictures.
Just send them to AfterBuzz TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Oh! Do you prefer male or female pics?
Female.
Oh! You almost said male. This is a scandalous show. That's why we're number one.
All right, cue the credits.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.